Alright, what's good, YouTube? We are here at the Lions Den Locals. Team 3GS is covering Cyber Dragons today with Ian. So if you can give us a little deck profile for us, if you don't mind.
No, not at all. But I'm probably not the best person, but I can explain to you as best I can. You're going to want to run 3 Cyber Dragons. This is because it's really easy to special summon them. A lot of people who draw this hand on the first turn, it's easy to get out. Someone say against a deck like Cliffforts or Necros, if you have a monster on the field, I can just go special summon. It's just special summoning, baby.
Right.
This. And then you're going to want to run 3 Cyber Cores. Cores effect is that if I normal summon it, I can add a Cyber spell or trap to my hand, and that can either be Cyber Repair Plant, Cyber Network, or Cybernetic Fusion Support. So it has the name Cyber in it. And let's see, after that, from the graveyard, if this card is sent to the graveyard and you control a monster and I don't, I can banish this card from my graveyard, search through for a Cyber Dragon special summon.
Right. Alright.
The next 3 cards you're going to want to run are Cyber Dragon Dre. Now what Dre does is that if I normal summon it, all Cyber Dragons on the field, I can make them level 5. So that would be a really good card to combo off with, say, if I already have 4 on the field, 4 is normal summoned, and then it's Dre. After Dre, activate Dre's effect, and that would allow me to get a Nova onto the field in 1 turn.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
And let's see after that. This is a mess. This is my first time doing this, so give me a sec. Then after that, this is just a personal preference, but I run, if I can find the damn card. Anyway. I run 3 of those. The 3rd one vanished. I'll have to find that later. But Zwei, what Cyber Dragon Zwei does is that during the battle phase, if it's attacking an opponent's monster, it gains 300 attack during the damage step only. So that's a nice way to clear the field of monsters who are the same, or have a little more attack.
Yeah.
And it's also fusion. It's fusion food.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because if I have, say, all of these in the graveyard, there's cards and combos in here that I can have that could get me to summon either a Chimera Tech Overdragon,
Right.
or a Fortress Dragon.
Yeah. Crazy.
And Fortress Dragon is really easy to get out because it only requires 1 Cyber Dragon, and if you have a field of, say, machines, I can use your machines as fusion food as well, and get a monster with 16,000, 10,000 attack, just depends.
Yeah, and that's what the whole DNA surgery combo is too, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I normally run 2 of those, but with recent events, I'm down to 1.
Gotcha.
As usual, Honest. Honest is a nice card to have because you're running a deck of light monsters.
Yeah.
Just nice to get that. The main spell support, Cyber Repair Plant. Now what Cyber Repair Plant allows you to do is, if you have a Cyber Dragon in your graveyard, you can either add 1 light machine monster from your deck to your hand, or target 1 light machine monster in your graveyard, shuffle that into the extra deck.
Right.
If you have 3 of them, you can activate both in succession. This is good for cycling through your deck and getting what you want out on the field faster and faster.
Right.
I run those at 3, so there's the rest of them.
Alright.
The 2 cards that I run, personal preference, Cybernetic Fusion Support. I'm sorry, this is turning them all nuts. Cybernetic Fusion Support. What that does is that it's a quick spell. Say if I were to play Polymerization. I play Polymerization, activate that, pay half my life points, banish the material from the field or the graveyard, and then get a monster up on the field as a last-ditch effort.
Right.
So if I had all my monsters in the graveyard, I just activate that, send them all to the banished zone, and get a monster back on the field.
Right.
Now, this is just a personal preference, because it's TCG, Fusion Substitute, and the only reason I run it with this deck is because it says you have to have monsters you control as the fusion materials, but you can easily get Cyber Dragon and then Cyber Dragon Dre on the field because of the special summoning combos.
Right.
So that can go into, say, Cyber Twin, it can go into Chimera Tech Overdragon, it could go to Cyber End Dragon if it wants to as well. Any of the fusions really. And the best thing is that if you send my fusion to the graveyard via Mirror Force or anything like that, I banish this card from my graveyard, target 1 fusion extra deck monster, put it back in the extra deck, and then draw a card. So it's draw power and recycling power as well. So that's a good card. I run that at 2.
2. Okay.
The next card I run, also personal preference, but it's really good for special summoning. Machine Duplication. Now what Machine Duplication allows me to do is say I have a Cyber Dragon core on the field. Like, for instance, Cyber Core. Activate Machine Duplication, and it targets a machine monster with 400 or less attack. Special summons 2 monsters of the same name. Now that can go 2 ways. I can either summon 2 cores or special summon 2 Cyber Dragons onto the field, because this card is always counted as Cyber Dragon while on the field. So now we go. I also run that at 2. Then we get to Power Bond. Power Bond is the key card that you need for a Cyber Dragon, because what this card does is it allows you to fusion summon 1 machine type monster from your extra deck. It gains a double attack boost that lasts the rest of the game, and you only have to pay the original attack it gained. So if I were to use Power Bond, I would say send Cyber Dragon and Cyber Dragon to the graveyard. Get Cyber Twin on the field, and it's got 5,600 attack all game and can attack twice, and I only have to pay 2,800 to get it out on the field. It's a really nice OTKer, especially on the second turn. Let's see, I run Power Bond at 2 cards, not to make it too clunky. As usual, Mystical Space Typhoon,
Staple.
2.
Yep.
Just a preference, I run 2 Dark Holes.
Yep.
For speed, for clearing. I run 1 Raigeki, 1 Book of Moon,
Staple.
a Soul Charge for the special summoning ability and get all the monsters back on the field.
Yep.
1 Limiter Removal.
Yep.
This is a great card in an emergency situation, because if your opponent has monsters that can end the game, you activate this card, all your machine type monsters on the field are doubled. But after that, yeah. The three main traps that I run for this deck are Cyber Network.
Right.
And what Cyber Network allows me to do is once I activate it, I have to destroy it during my 3rd standby phase. But once during my standby phase, if I have a Cyber Dragon on the field, I can target 1 machine, I can banish 1 machine monster from my deck and put it in the banish zone. Then after my 3rd turn, I destroy this card and any other spell or traps I have along with it, special summon the 3 cards that I banished. But I can't do my battle phase when I use this effect. So it's kind of like really good combos, gets off some nice XYZs, like I could get Nova off, I could get Shark Fortress off, Abyss Dweller, Silent Honor Arc, Utopia, that's just a preference, Black Ship, or even that other Nova.
Do you run Affinity, or do you plan on running Affinities?
If it comes out at some point, probably, but not really. I don't really like Infinity, to be honest.
Okay.
Just for right now, 1 DNA Surgery. That's
Right.
for any deck that doesn't run machine types. I can just flip it over, declare machine, and just fusion food.
Yep.
Bottomless Trap Hole, obvious reasons. It's a nice get rid of card. Compulse, basic card. I'd like to run a Royal Decree. I'm looking for 1 more, but this is so your opponent can't counter if you do it all in 1 big move and risk everything. Solemn Warning, obvious reasons. And that's pretty much it.
All right, guys. Team 3GS is here covering the Lions Dance locals today. Like, subscribe, comment. Team 3GS out.